that have been plagued by coup d'etats. In as much as we may say that our situation, our economic situation, have been worse over the past few years, we have never resorted to the barrel of the gun to express our grievances. 2 days ago, or on Friday, on Saturday, I beg your pardon, we went to the polls, and of course, that was where we expressed our grievances as a people. There's been change of power, and on the 7th of January, officially, there will be a new president sworn in. We'd get straight into the conversation, and I'd want us to pick it from where I ended in relation to how we've been able to conduct ourselves as a people. The very fact that we are regarded as a bastion of democracy in the sub-region, and once again we have proven that, of course, that moniker is not mere talk. We have truly lived up to the billing. We have truly lived up to the standards that is expected of us as a country. I had the opportunity to speak with a Nigerian media house. They called I think on 2 of their news bulletins. I spoke to them. They wanted to know the situation. I brought them up to speed with happenings in the country, and even in their introduction, I think from what they have heard, it was a very well organized election. The Ghanaian people have conducted themselves well, except that, like I said, there are few isolated cases here and there, which is pretty much expected. But generally, I feel very proud. I'm going to start the conversation with Dr. Marzouk from this perspective, from this angle, with regards to the Ghanaian people and the December 7 elections. Dr. Marzouk.
Good morning to the cherished viewers of ours, and thanks for the opportunity to be here. Congratulations to the National Democratic Congress. Congratulations to the President-elect, His Excellency, Mr. John Mahama, and congratulations to the people of the Republic of Ghana. As you have rightly said, you have demonstrated to the whole world that we are indeed a beacon of democracy on the sub-African continent, and it is something that we must guide. Before the election, we had expressed a lot of fears, and some of us knew very well that we would use these elections as another opportunity to enhance the quality of democracy on this in this country. We made it clear. Most of us who chose to be apostles of peace appealed to Ghanaians to use these elections, the presidential and legislative elections, as another opportunity for us to reaffirm our commitment to the consolidation of constitutional order. Today, we are all celebrating. Some will celebrate in dignity, others will celebrate in humility, because I do not think that we have any reason to mourn. Even the defeated themselves should not mourn. Even if they want to mourn, they should mourn in rationality. They should mourn in humility. But I think that given the scale of victory that has been recorded in this country, we have all reasons. I mean, we all have reasons to celebrate the victory, not just for the NDC, but for the Republic of Ghana. What is happening is clear that we have a lot of lessons to learn. A lot of lessons to learn. In spite of the high relative successes, we still have a lot of lessons to learn, and we will continue to be the standards to be measured. I mean, to measure the success of democracy. Of course, our lessons here are clear. The deception in politics, the arrogance, the impunity are those that are constituting the variables for the governing political party to learn, and then perseverance, resilience, and patience for the opposition forces to also learn. I strongly believe that Ghana has voted for a change, not because we want to go back to the dark days of misgovernance, but because we want to improve our democratic credential. And long before that, I strongly believe that some of us had been here to make it clear that if some people who wanted to break the 8 could not do so, then there would be another thing to break. In fact, I had always made it clear that there were two things to break. You either break the aid or break the party itself. We have not been able to, the party has not been able to break the aid. I pray that the parties they won't be able. I pray that they won't be able to break to break themselves. Because my prayer is based on my love for democracy, because we need every political party to enhance the quality of democratic governance in this country. Let's pray for the party that has not been able to break the aid, but of course, in our own interest and in the interest of democratic consolidation, let the party not break itself. And it is up to the party, the management of post-election events. You know, the management of post-election events will determine. Definitely people will feel very peeved, and some of us are not. I am not surprised that this party has been defeated. I'm only surprised about the level of the defeat, the scale, the humiliating nature of the defeat. That's what I am surprised at. But then I'm not surprised at the defeat itself, because we saw it and we did say it, that it would happen, and it has come to happen. So we've been vindicated. Let me conclude by giving you three appeals. One is personal. The other is the others are nationalistic. The first appeal is to the NDC, some members of the NDC, to celebrate within the context of legality and rationality. Because the post-election violence that still takes place is unwarranted. It's unwarranted because the defeated presidential candidate has come out to concede. And his concession itself is another feature of civility and humility in his pursuit of democracy and in the national achievement, national pursuit of democracy. I commend him for that. In fact, I congratulated the former president, the president-elect, the former president but now president-elect, and I should commend him, commend the defeated candidate, the current the current vice president, for the concession. In fact, it has also beautified democracy in this country and earned us Ghanaians a level of respect in the international community. He must, at all times, stand for such noble behaviors. It's good for him. Two, my appeal is to the NDC. I mean, I will bring the last one, which is personal. I'll bring that one, and it is linked to what is happening. It is linked to the first one. The first one is, as I said, against the post-electoral violence. It's not necessary. It's needless. We all know. And the silence of the EC cannot at all constitute any leverage to use any statistical gymnastics to subvert the will of the people. There's no way the EC can do that. So the silence can either be interpreted as a kind of incompetence in dealing with figures, or maybe caution. Depending on how you look at it, it can be incompetence, it can be caution, it can be due diligence, it can be anything. But no one should misinterpret the silence as an attempt to subvert the will of the people. It's not possible, because Ohemaa has already spoken well, rationally. So let us avoid the post-election violence. The second one is for Ghanaians. In fact, the second one is for Ghanaians, and this is reality. This is reality. Let's not have unreasonable expectation. The victory of His Excellency John Mahama, the victory of the president-elect, cannot give us an instant solution to the country's problem, please. And we have had that occasion. I mean, that we have had that in this country. When President John Mahama, John Kufuor was voted to power, he made a passionate appeal to Ghanaians to give him time, because if we expect instant solutions, definitely we will not be happy about the new government. So let's have a reasonable period of goodwill and solidarity with the incoming government so that it can put in place measures and govern well. This is not to say that we should not expect anything from them. We should, but our expectation should be reasonable. Our expectation should be done within the context of rationality.
It shouldn't be overblown.
It shouldn't be overblown. 24-hour economy. You don't expect it on the day of the swearing in. University students going to paying no fees. First year university paying no fees. You don't expect it instantly. They may be certain plans, certain measures, even in some cases, certain legislations to enforce some of these policies or to implement some of these policies. This is a passionate appeal to all Ghanaians so that they will consider what is happening and expect reasonably. The last one is personal, and it is in relation to the first one. I want to apply for a post on this program. I won't apply. I want to be unconventional. I'm not going to apply with my CV and other things. I want to be unconventional because I want to apply for the post here. You know, nobody applies for any government post on air. I want to do the application here. The post that I am eyeing is Youth Ambassador for Peace. I want this government to give me Youth Ambassador for Peace. Right. I don't need any huge 4x4 vehicle. I need a salon car to go around the country to preach peace, because violence continues to be an undignified feature of our democratic pursuit. Even when an opposition candidate, when a defeated candidate concedes, you still have instances of violence. So we need an ambassador, a youth ambassador, to tackle that. And I think I can offer myself. No salary, no allowance, nothing. Just give me the car and give me the resources. I'll go around and preach peace. Because at the end of the day, I want to challenge
the definition of international instance. It will be 35 or below. So if it likes, you can be a patron. But the fact that he looks so youthful and he's slim and looking nice, it's not 35.
By the fact that you are over. You see, I've only mentioned unconventional. So even the youth definition, the international definition of youth itself should be unconventional.
Yes, it should be applied to you.
No. You see, so I'm still qualified. To be frank with you, on a very serious note, let there be no violence again. Yes, we don't need it. And we should all celebrate this victory. It was clear prior to the election, it had been clear that Ghana needed a change. Unless of all you didn't want to see, unless of all you were blinded by impunity, by arrogance, by any other negative thought in politics. You understand? If you were not blinded by impunity, by arrogance, by misgovernance, by complacency, you should have known that the whole country needed a change. The signs were clear. So this victory should be the collective victory of Ghanaians. And I think it shouldn't be marked by any scintilla of violence.
Thank you very much.
In this country. Right.
Thank you very much, Dr. Marshall. Let me come to you, Honorable Segbefia, on the same question about how we've conducted ourselves as a country in the African perspective. A lot of countries have been looking up to us, and in my estimation, we haven't disappointed. What is your estimation?
Well, good morning once again, bless, and I'll start with a traditional vote of thanks. First, I will thank Almighty God for keeping his faith with Ghana and Ghanaians.
Sure.
Then I will thank the people of Ghana for demonstrating that they are abreast with issues and that the issue-based campaign carried out by most political parties has actually gone down very well in the minds of Ghanaians. And they have demonstrated that no amount of money, no amount of intimidation or provocation will stop them from actually exercising their right democratically in a vote. I will also take the opportunity to thank His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and his running mate for demonstrating clear leadership from the onset in terms of strategy and in terms of the demeanor they exhibited right through this process. It's important because if you have a demeanor of violence and illegalities, it can affect or mar the whole process. You never heard our leaders anywhere saying that we won't hand over power regardless. Those type of statements are there on the record and were unnecessary. Obviously, when people got involved, people tried to walk away or change the statements, but they were made initially, and that, for me, was not clear leadership. So the leadership shown by the leadership of the NDC at the very top level must be commended. I am clear in my mind that if this had been a close election, we will all be laughing at the wrong side of our mouths today. Because as far as I'm concerned, the MPP had no intention of handing over power. The only way we were going to get it, and that's why God's hand is in it, was to win in a way, a manner which nobody can change or do anything about. And for the first time in the history, it is likely impossible that you have a political party that has more than 2/3 majority in parliament. That's never happened. And that's how close we are.